Welcome to a new episode of Sanford Says. This is Lisa Holder, Chief Communications and Cultural Affairs Administrator, and I am here with a special guest today. Her name is Pamela Lynch. Hi, Pamela.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Pamela is the Executive Director of the Sanford CRA, Community Redevelopment Agency, and she is also the Project Manager for the City of Sanford Economic Development Department. And so today, we're going to be talking about what's going on in downtown Sanford and the business community and all of that. Welcome again, Pamela.
Well, thank you for having me today, Lisa. I'm very happy to talk about some various endeavors occurring within the city of Sanford. And as you said, I do wear two hats. I'm the city's Economic Development Project Manager, as well as the Sanford Community Redevelopment Agency Executive Director. And I do work in partnership with Brady Lassard, who is our Economic Development Director. But let's first talk about some of the downtown area businesses. We are saddened to hear about Sanford Brewing Company closing their doors, as they have been such a shining light in our downtown, having purchased that site back in 2015. I can tell you that while we are disheartened, the economic development team is putting out feelers for potential businesses to locate at the property.
Yeah, and what's interesting is I know that when the CRA did the streetscape years ago, that they were one of the, I would say one of the first brand new businesses down there, right? With that expansion. And
I
all
believe
of that.
so.
Yeah.
I believe so. Thank you. On another note, La Familia, which is located at 1220 Sanford Avenue, is now Sanford Pizza and Pasta. I believe the son took over the restaurant, and they have updated the menu with various pastas and pizzas.
Oh, good. I like pizza. Do you?
I love it.
Yeah.
Also, Chronic Guru, which is located at 303 East 1st Street, will now be serving infused cocktails. And just a few days ago, Buster's Sanford shared that they have updated their menu.
Okay, thank you for all of that update. That's pretty great. And all of these businesses, if you're not familiar with Sanford, completely are right here in downtown, within the like I would say 5 square blocks or 6 square blocks. But hey, Pamela, do you happen to know what may be locating in that Zorba's location that's on First Street?
That's a great question, Lisa. The Bayou will be opening in the former Zorba space, which that's located at 115 East 1st Street. This location will be an additional location for the Bayou owner, as they have a restaurant in Longwood as well. They're in the process right now of finalizing their menu, and they hope to be open by the end of this year.
So what kind of food is that? Is Bayou?
It's a New
Sounds
Orleans.
like
New Orleans.
Creole, Cajun. Okay.
Absolutely, it'll be New Orleans cuisine. Also, Mama's Kitchen, which is a Korean fusion restaurant, has located at Your Market Sanford. And you might say, well, where is that? That's at 509 East 7th Street.
Okay.
They have a wide array of items on their menu, from Korean dishes to salad to chicken wings, dumplings, fried fish, and even burgers.
Well, so, we've got a wide variety of different choices for foodies and other people, right?
Most definitely.
So can you tell us the status of the co-working business locating to downtown, please?
This is such a great question. And you're not the only one that asks this. So the building located at 311 East 1st Street will be Workspace Collective, which offers co-working and private office space with shared conference rooms and also meeting areas. So space can be rented from having an open shared desk in a common area, to having a dedicated desk, to even having your own private office. This is greatly needed in downtown, and we cannot wait. The owners of this business also have a few other locations that happen to be in historic areas, so they understand the processes of getting their doors open.
All right. And so I've noticed some recent activity in the former parking lot over at 2nd and Palmetto Avenue. And could you share with our listeners what's taking place there?
I sure can, Lisa. A new construction project in downtown is starting, located at 218 Palmetto Avenue, which we call the Palmetto. It consists of 2 4-story mixed-use buildings. Now, each of the 2 buildings will have approximately 4,000 square feet of commercial, non-residential space on the ground floor. The upper 3 floors will have a total between the 2 buildings of 28 multifamily dwelling units. So those are comprised of 26 one-bedroom and 2-bedroom units. With its early 20th century inspired brick architecture, We believe the Palmetto will fit seamlessly in the historic fabric of Sanford's community redevelopment area and the downtown commercial historic district. I also want to state that, and I know you know this, but this lot for some time has been used for public parking. And even the new owner, while he was working through the approval processes, allowed the use of parking to continue there until the point where he was ready to commence development activities. So this gentleman, whose name is Dan Matthews, recently built the San Leon, which has 10 apartments throughout the building and Foxtail Coffee on the first floor. He builds high quality, and we are very excited about this project.
So these are rental units also?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that'll be a great addition to downtown Sanford.
Yes.
So I noticed some work recently being done in the building along the marina. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, Lisa,
please?
yes. Within the marina area, the Sanford Galleon recently opened its doors as an event center. So the Sanford Galleon is a 4,000 square foot venue which overlooks Lake Monroe and has a 70-foot wall of floor to ceiling windows. Imagine that view.
That sounds beautiful.
It really is. This nautical themed event center has a full bar, a changing room, and a separate conference room. So they partner with the St. John's River Ship Company for catering services, but also welcome outside visitors or outside caterers. It's good to note that the owner of the St. John's River Ship is also the business owner of the Sanford Galleon. And while wedding parties while the Sanford River Ship,
Okay, so wait, hang on a second. You're talking about the owner of the river ship is the one that's also over there. Okay. All right. Listen, I got to ask you a question though, because what I want to say to you is that there also could be some public art that's going to be connected with this galleon theme recently. So, but that's pretty nice.
You are right. There's going to be some beautiful public art along the marina. And it's just good to note that the St. John's River Ship can accommodate up to 200 people. But owner Michelle Wyatt recognized the need for meeting space as an additional option, and so she opened the galleon to parallel with the St. John's River Ship.
Okay, I think that's really awesome. And Pam, you are you are the source of information. It is coming straight from our city's economic development team. This is where you want to go when you would like to know what's happening in terms of business and all of that in downtown Sanford and in the city at large. So thank you for that helpful information, Pamela. Can you provide us some information now about the Sanford Community Redevelopment Agency, the CRA?
Absolutely. I think it's good to mention that the Sanford Community Redevelopment Agency first started in 1995 with a 20-year term, and in 2015, we extended it for another 10-year period for a total of 30 years. So the purpose of the CRA, if I may call it that for short,
yes,
is to pursue redevelopment, revitalization, and enhance economic vitality and livability. We want to increase foot traffic in downtown, whether it's partnering with owners on redevelopment or development projects, assisting with city costs only for special events that fall within the CRA district, and we want to improve the CRA's district conditions in both physical and social quality while, of course, preserving historical significance. The Sanford CRA will be sunsetting, though, in December 2025.
And so let's say, what does sunsetting mean? Some people may not understand that language, but
right. So the CRA is comprised of a 5-person board of volunteers, of business people that are within our area. And what will happen is when the CRA sunsets, the board will no longer meet and vote on any more activities. So projects will have had to have started prior to the sunset of December 31st, 2025.
Okay, and so I'd like to notate that the CRA has been responsible for some incredible projects, transforming projects for the downtown community. And there's a boundary, correct? There's an area that the CRA is responsible for
That's correct.
Is located just in the downtown and a little down the Riverwalk, right?
Correct. There is a boundary for the CRA, and projects must fall within that boundary.
Yeah, and they've done some incredible things over how many years now? How many years?
Since 1995, we're going to be coming up on the 30th year.
Wow! And so I know that years ago they did the refurb of First Street. They just finished the Myrtle Avenue streetscape, and it's a sort of like a pivotal, when you do these streetscapes, it's pivotal to growth where new businesses come in because you do that investment into the community. I mean, it is like night and day. They added parking spaces downtown, correct? I mean, they've done a really great job in making our city, especially the downtown area specifically, which they're responsible for, just incredible with the attraction of people, new businesses, and you could see that any weekend you come down here on a Sunday morning, it's bustling with people. So we want to say thank you to the CRA.
Well, and you're right, Lisa. Over the years, the CRA has assisted with many projects and activities to both redevelop and develop properties within the boundaries and support endeavors such as even museum improvements, civic center enhancements, and coming up shortly, the Veterans Memorial Park historical signage will be replaced, which honors our wonderful veterans and the sacrifices that they made.
Great. And so thank you for telling us a little bit about the Sanford CRA. Can you talk to us about the Sanford Trolley? Now, some people may not know about what the trolley is, but it's wonderful. It's wonderful for Sanford.
Well, thank you for mentioning the trolley, Lisa, because that is where I was going next. The Sanford CRA funds trolley and Amtrak services by agreement with a vendor. So the routes are centered around the Sunrail and the Amtrak auto train schedules. And I can tell you in calendar year 2023, trolley ridership came in at over 74,000 riders.
Wow.
That is an increase of over 9,400 in ridership from calendar year 2022. And the trolley is offered to visitors at no cost.
And yes, no cost. Do we hear that? Now, you can, from all over the region, hop on that Sunrail and visit downtown Sanford. And it's such a convenient way. It stops at the Information Center right in downtown Sanford.
That is one of the many stops.
Yes, the many stops. So the map is on our city website.
It sure is.
sanfordfl.gov. And we go through, their stops go up to 6th Street. It's sort of circulates right around the main business area. People can get on and off of it. It's just a great feature for Sanford and our Sunrail and our visitors. So listen, that's really great, Pamela. Can you tell us now, we're going to go out a little bit more west here of the city, the Seminole Town Centers. That's a hot topic lately. Do you have any information for us about the mall?
Yes, I do. And I'm happy to discuss this. But I think it's important to note first for listeners that while I share info about the Seminole Town Center, which is under contract currently, it's good to note that JCPenney's, Dillard's, and Elevate all own their parcels. So we're talking about the rest of the mall that is under contract. A company named the Gilbane Group, which has been in business for over 150 years.
Wow.
Yes, you heard that right.
Yeah.
Has the mall under contract. And, we are elated as clearly with them having been in business this long, they know what they're doing. It's also good to note that the vacancy ratio around the mall is only about 2.5%, which is extremely low. So regardless of the current state of the mall, the areas around the mall are occupied and continue to fare well. And, just a few examples, which are, for example, Planet Fitness. Yeah. They located in the former Bed Bath & Beyond space, and Advent Health Well 65 Plus located over in the former Pier 1 space. So also, if you take a little drive around the corner, KFC and the new TD Bank branch is there as well. So we continue to see businesses being occupied, new buildings being built right around the mall, and the mall's ready. The mall is slated for really great redevelopment and new development.
Yeah, so this is what incredible business growth we have, right? In
Absolutely.
So just want to say thank you for choosing the Orlando Sanford International Airport as the stop on the Citizens Academy with Economic Development last week. That was awesome.
What a fantastic night. Yeah. And what a good group of people that you have in Citizens Academy. I just want to say they're very engaged, great questions, and they really do care about the community.
Yeah, now just a little plug here for those listening, like what's Citizens Academy? Well, you can go on the website, sanfordfl.gov, and it's a great educational experience to learn about city government, totally free, but you'll leave the 10-week course feeling like you are an advocate for city government and understanding what goes on and why we do the things that we do.
Absolutely. Well, Lisa, we recognize the extreme importance that our airport brings to the city and to the Central Florida area and how it's streamlined to go from Sanford Airport. When you're in there, from getting from the parking to getting through security to even walking through your gate, it is easy breezy.
Easy breezy.
Easy breezy. I believe the airport is in
Easy
the process of securing additional restaurateurs as well. And, with Allegiant Air, they offer 70 or so destinations. But what's really interesting about Allegiant is they make changes to their routes. So I suggest always checking with Allegiant Air website first to see if they may fly to or nearby your desired destination, because I personally always prefer flying out of Sanford if possible.
Oh, sure. Me too. I mean, I just flew to Norfolk, Virginia, and it was so convenient, really. Simpler, faster, better.
It really is.
So what do you see? Let's just circle back to economic development. We've been all over the place here. We understand that, just a little bit of everything. But what do you foresee in the future for your department for economic development?
Well, Lisa, we are going to continue to focus our efforts on business attraction, the expansion of businesses, and business retention. Also, we'll work with property owners, continuing on securing potential tenants or owners, connecting them so that the building vacancies can be filled. These types of endeavors go hand in hand with focusing efforts on working with our other departments as an ombudsman to try and get business owners, through the approval processes. And that's really important. So we are here for the business community so that any assistance they need, we're able to provide it to them. And we're just going to do our best to continue to do so.
Well, thank you. That's a lot, very much a lot to be proud of, Pamela, and your counterpart, Brady Lessard, Economic Development Director, because there's so much going on in this rapidly growing city. We have visitors, we have new businesses, we have new apartments coming and new residents and all kinds of things, and gladly so, because Sanford's a beautiful city. We have so much to offer. Like you mentioned, the airport, we have the highway system here, we have a new, soon to be brand new showcase flagship mall coming. There's things on the horizon to be very proud of and something to look forward to. So people enjoy living here. And I wanna thank you for coming onto the podcast today and sharing information about this. Hopefully, we can do more of a quarterly update, because things are always changing with economic development. There's something always new. Matter of fact, Brady Lessard is at a conference, correct? And
that's correct.
Right now.
He is at a National Association of Development Organizations, so we always are putting our feelers out to work with new developers and attract them and connect them with the owners of vacant properties here, as well as raw land to be able to build on it in the city of Sanford.
Well, there you go. Pamela Lynch, Economic Development Program Manager, works with the communications office here in the city manager's office at City Hall. If you ever want to stop in and say hello, their office is on the second floor, and you have an office in the Sanford Information Center right in downtown, so you can be accessible in the heart of all the action, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so stop in the information center and say hi to Pamela Lynch so you can meet her live and in person. And I really appreciate your time for being on the show here.
Well, thank you for having me, Lisa.
Any last words, Pam?
We will continue to work hard to make the city the best it can be.
Awesome. Those are the famous last words from Pamela Lynch. Thank you so much. This is Lisa Holder, Chief Communications and Cultural Affairs Administrator for the City of Sanford. Thank you for spending time and listening to this podcast on economic development. You can find this podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts or subscribe, and on the city website at sanfordfl.gov. Thank you again, and we will catch you next time. Have a great day. Bye now.